they came without warning. The Threxians, an ancient, warlike species from beyond the known galaxies, descended upon humanity's fragile star systems like a swarm of locusts. With ships the size of cities and weapons capable of turning planets to dust, they were more than conquerors, they were annihilators. The United Terran Confederation, UTC, Earth's governing body and the last beacon of human civilization, had prepared for interstellar conflict for over a century. They knew humanity would encounter other species one day. But no one expected an enemy like the Threxians, an empire that had already consumed dozens of civilizations and entire star clusters. By the year 2403, Earth was the crown jewel of humanity's expansion, its resources fueling dozens of colonies across the stars. But when the Threxians appeared, all of that seemed to be on the verge of destruction. Humanity's technology, although advanced, was a mere plaything compared to the alien war machines. Every human defense fleet sent to stop them was obliterated with terrifying efficiency. The battle for survival had begun, and it looked like humanity would lose. Chapter 1: The Fall of Mars. Mars fell in 3 days. The Martian fleet, thought to be the UTC's most formidable defense, was turned to vapor by the Threxians' hyperparticle cannons. The planetary shields collapsed under a barrage of relentless energy weapons that scorched the planet's surface, reducing cities to glass and melting the once thriving colonies. Those who survived fled into the void of space, refugees from the first strike in an intergalactic war they couldn't hope to win. Admiral Jonathan Jack Cortez, one of the few surviving officers of the Martian defense, barely escaped with his life. He had fought valiantly, but as he watched Mars die from the bridge of his flagship, Excalibur *, he knew the truth: Earth was next. "Get us to Earth," Cortez ordered grimly. "We need to warn them. It's worse than we thought." As Excalibur * jumped to faster than light, FTL, speed, Cortez tried to think of a strategy. How could humanity survive an enemy that could wipe out entire planets as easily as swatting a fly? His thoughts churned with every possible tactic, but no conventional strategy seemed viable. The Threxians were simply too advanced. Too powerful. It wasn't just about survival anymore. This was extinction. Chapter 2: A New Kind of War. Admiral Cortez returned to Earth with a grim report. The UTC leadership was in chaos. Panic spread through the ranks of government, military, and civilians alike. The Threxians would arrive in Earth's orbit within weeks. The last hope of the human race now rested on the shoulders of its brightest minds. Dr. Ilara Patel was one such mind. A theoretical physicist specializing in quantum technology, Patel had long been on the fringes of the scientific community, until now. She had been working on something radical, something that could shift the balance of power. A weapon that was more a concept than a machine. It wasn't about brute force, it was about intelligence. It was about humanity's greatest strength adaptability. "Admiral Cortez, meet the quantum enigma," she said with an unsettling confidence as she displayed her work in a secret UTC laboratory. The device was small, barely larger than a suitcase, and utterly unremarkable in appearance. But it had the potential to change everything. "That is going to stop the Threxians?" Cortez was skeptical, to say the least. Patel smiled. "Not stop them. Outthink them. The Threxians rely on brute force, overwhelming their enemies with superior firepower and technology. What they don't account for is unpredictability. This device," she gestured to the quantum enigma, "creates that unpredictability by manipulating quantum probability fields. It generates randomness on a galactic scale, just enough to disrupt their systems. Navigation. Targeting. Communications. The very things they rely on to maintain their advantage." Cortez's mind raced. If this worked, the Threxians' precision, what made them so deadly, would be rendered useless. Ships would miss their targets, their formations would collapse into chaos. It could buy humanity the time it needed to mount a counterattack. "There's just one problem," Patel added, her tone dropping. it needs to be deployed inside their flagship, where the central command system of their fleet is housed. The Enigma needs to be as close to their fleet's brain as possible. A suicide mission, Cortez said grimly. Exactly. Chapter 3, The Mission. The UTC assembled a small, elite team of soldiers and engineers to carry out what would be humanity's last stand. They would infiltrate the Threxian flagship, a dreadnought the size of a moon, and deploy the Quantum Enigma at the heart of the enemy's fleet. Commander Jane Lyons, a hardened Special Forces operative, was chosen to lead the mission. Her reputation as the UTC's deadliest and most resourceful soldier had made her a legend among her peers. This would be the mission that would either cement her place in history or be her final, heroic stand. Lyons and her team were given a cloaked transport ship, the Phantom *, equipped with the latest human stealth technology. But even that wasn't enough. Patel's Quantum Enigma would have to disrupt the Threxian sensors long enough for the team to get close. As the Phantom * approached the Threxian fleet, Lyons could feel the tension in the air. The mission was simple in theory, but everything hinged on precise timing. One misstep, and they would be vaporized before they even had a chance. The Threxian ships were terrifying in their enormity, casting shadows over entire moons as they moved. Their flagship was at the center, surrounded by a phalanx of escorts that made it look impenetrable. But humans had something the Threxians didn't. As the Phantom * slipped through the outer defenses, Patel activated the Quantum Enigma. At first, nothing happened, then suddenly, the Threxian ships seemed to shudder. Their formations wavered. Their precision faltered. It was working. Go! Lyons shouted as her team launched toward the flagship. They breached the hull of the massive dreadnought and fought their way through its cold, metallic corridors. The Threxian warriors were monstrous, towering creatures with thick exoskeletons and advanced weaponry. But they weren't invincible. The human team moved with precision and ruthlessness, pushing deeper into the ship's core. They reached the central command center, where the Threxian High Command oversaw the fleet. Lyons planted the Quantum Enigma, activating its full power. The effects rippled through space like a shockwave. The entire Threxian fleet was thrown into disarray as their systems scrambled to make sense of the chaos. Ships collided, their weapons malfunctioned, and their formations crumbled. The unstoppable war machine had been reduced to a confused, aimless mess. But Lyons and her team paid the ultimate price. The Threxians, in their final moments, fought back savagely. The team was overwhelmed, and one by one, they fell. Lyons herself, bloodied and beaten, made her final stand to protect the device until it was too late for the Threxians to stop it. Chapter 4, Humanity's Victory. With their fleet in chaos, the Threxians' offensive fell apart. The UTC launched a massive counterattack, obliterating what remained of the once invincible armada. Earth, and all of humanity, had survived. Admiral Cortez watched as the last Threxian ship exploded in a brilliant burst of light. Humanity had won not by sheer strength, but through cunning, through innovation, and through the very trait that had seen them rise from the ashes time and time again, their ability to adapt and outwit even the most terrifying foes. Dr. Ilara Patel's Quantum Enigma had not just saved humanity, it had given them hope. Hope that, no matter how powerful the enemy, no matter how bleak the situation, there would always be a way forward.